Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Harakah Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Rule Well, and Shalom to the brothers doing the work of Syrian truth. Just wanted to cover this Ukraine-Russia situation, because like for the last maybe week, uh, maybe 2 weeks, but it's kind of intensified over the last few days. They've been building up, saying basically like America's been saying like Russia's just about to invade the Ukraine, and may or may not be true. They may or may not do it, but it's like as far as for World War III kicking off, it's like there's still you know there's still prophecies that need to be fulfilled. Key one being the Charagma. That's the main thing, because that's what you can see them building towards. So it appears as if they're more or less getting people, getting people's minds in a certain state, so they're kind of, more on edge, because they seem to be toning down. Oh well, this is just as far as some news reporting on restrictions here in the UK. They said they're looking to get their Jesus, I just completely lost track of my thought. But yeah, they're looking to in the UK to looking to completely get rid of restrictions as as they've been working, and people are a bit well, yeah, people are thinking everything's chill, everything's gonna go back to normal. So this it's been reported on to keep the pressure up. And Russia's saying like, yeah, they ain't looking to do shit. And this is the thing anyway, is like even if they do invade Ukraine, that doesn't necessarily mean that like, America's just gonna go and start sending over thousands of troops and start, drone striking Russian troops. Because like the thing that happened in Crimea before, that shit just happened. um so what does it say? US over 130, so it's on AP News. US over 130,000 Russian troops now staged outside Ukraine. And that's, the numbers they're saying. This fucking picture is hilarious, because maybe they have more. Yeah, they do. They do. Because I was seeing this shit and I was like, bro, this shit is hilarious, bro. I'm like, this shit it looks like a fucking photo job. What the hell are you gonna have old grannies being given Kalashnikov rifles like they're gonna leng anything? Like, these women are gonna be done out, bruv. These women, bruv, if you handing them a fucking Kalashnikov is not gonna attain anything. Valentia, man, I ain't even gonna attempt that name. Fuck that shit. But like here as well, they're just getting random fucking housewives, random people's someone's gran, giving her an AK, and showing her how to aim. I'm like, bro, what the hell? What the hell is this nonsense? Man said they're giving the youth them. This shit is the most photo job shit ever, bruv. Man said the kid, you ain't even having him no rifle discipline. What the hell is this shit? But they're this is really stirring up in the minds of the West, because I think it was in this one. No, it was in the different one. It was in a different one. It was on RT, where they were talking to people that are coming in from Kiev, because now the big thing now is they've just basically stopped insuring flights going into Ukraine, and I mean that's something, but I don't think it really means anything. As far as we'll have to wait and see, man. That like, let me read the article because the way they're talking about this is legendary. So Ukraine's president urged calm amid intensified warnings of a possible Russian invasion within days, saying he had yet to see convincing evidence of that. Even as the US reported Sunday that Moscow positioned more of its troops closer to Ukraine's borders, and some airlines cancelled flights to the capital of Kiev. And that's the thing. It's more. It's more. Okay. Um. It's more from the US media. That's kind of pushing like, yo, these men are about to invade. But it's like more or less. This is the thing is like as far as Russia having troops there, Russia doing war games, skirmishing and whatnot. Those things have been happening for a little while. That's been on the cards for a minute, but you ain't really seen like any significant action for a little while. As such, it's like it's a lot of smoke, but it's looking as of now there's no fight. And then as far as prophecy is concerned, it's like then that Karagma needs to get pushed through. So this is what and even like the men said the Ukrainian president was like, yeah, don't look like that. That's why it's like all these, they're putting these images in there. Man said this is just some random far right group like doing photo ops. Like, come on, man. But it says what President Joe Biden spoke for about 50 minutes Sunday with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, and renewed promises of what the West says will be tough economic sanctions against Moscow. And that's the thing. It's like it's more the sanctions, it's more the political side that's going down that you're seeing develop. It's a lot less the like as far as actual warfare, and it seems like this is more America trying to pressure so they can get closer ties with Ukraine, because they were basically trying to bring Ukraine into NATO, and the deals that Russia's doing with Europe for gas. They're trying to just get sanctions in to try and dead that. That's more or less what they're trying to do. They're trying to just like stop them ties being being built up, because that get them gas supplies is significant. So Vladimir okay. 15 minutes, renewed promises of what the West says will be tough economic sanctions against Moscow and a NATO build-up in the event of any further Russian aggression against Ukraine. The White House said they agreed to pursue both deterrence and diplomacy in the crisis. Added, the U.S. updated its estimate for how many Russian forces were now staged near Ukraine's border to more than 130,000, up from the 100,000 the U.S. had cited publicly in previous weeks. A U.S. official gave the estimate, speaking on condition of anonymity, to discuss the administration's conclusion. Zelensky's repeated statements playing down the U.S. warnings, while the U.S. forces surround Ukraine on three sides, and what the Kremlin insists are military exercises, grew this weekend to his questioning the increasingly strident statements from U.S. officials in recent days that Russia could be planning to invade as soon as midweek. Really, it seems like Russia's trying to pressure to make them essentially. Russia's trying to pressure essentially to what do you call it, to get Ukraine to chill on talking about joining NATO. So it says because men said they're looking to invade Wednesday. We'll see. I speak as a man. For all we know, as far as prophecy goes, it's like there's more to go before like World War III kicks off. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it, if they invade. Even if they invade, we see what what it shakes out to. So this is while Zelensky has urged against panic that he fears could undermine Ukraine's economy. He and his civilian and military leaders also are preparing defenses, soliciting and receiving a flow of arms from the US and other NATO members. Zelensky wore military olive drab, and that's the thing. They're getting supplies. It's more like they're trying to build up those relationship that the relationship with Ukraine and NATO, and that's what Putin basically put an army there to be like, okay, if you link up with them, if you do the thing, then you're gonna have to get annexed. You're gonna have to get Crimea'd, because you can't be having like opposition that close, and that's like where a lot of the big conflicts have come from basically Russia being like, oh, America's trying to get in their direct sphere of influence, trying to get close enough to be able to strike where they can't strike back. So I'll read a bit more. So Zelensky wore military olive drab at a drill with tanks and helicopters near Ukraine's border with Russian annexed Crimea this weekend. In the nearby city of Kalanchak, some expressed disbelief that Russian President Vladimir Putin would really send the troops poised along the Ukraine's borders rolling into the country. I don't believe Russia will attack us, said resident Boris Cherepenko. I don't know. I have friends in Sakhalin, in Krasnodar. He said, naming Russian locations. I don't believe it. Yeah. This is the US picked up intelligence that Russia is looking at Wednesday as a target date, according to a US official familiar with the findings. And, everyone's reporting on that. I'm like, well, we'll see. We'll see if Granny with her Kalashnikov is going to be busting Russian, head caps, blowing man's wig back, with the AK. Because, it can happen. But it seems this is more of a political game. But that's the thing, is, read this, Matthew 24 and 4, and it says, And Yahushua answered them and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumours of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. That's the thing, it's them wars, them rumours of wars. Had that for a minute. Same in the Middle East. You've had them rumblings. You have, what's it called? Biden's meant to have made a crumb of peace with with Iran about what's going on in there. But these things can flip easy. You had them wars and rumors of wars. Start of 2020, it was what? Man, Trump had the general just absolutely lenged off, man. They had the other military scientists, the nuclear scientists, get fucking absolutely destroyed by the fucking Terminator that they sent. Man sent a Terminator into Iran to leng that guy when he was in his when he was in the whip with his wife, man. And the Terminator was so legendary, it fucking took him out, but it didn't take out his wife. Like, you see the fucking foot, you see the picture. It's actually insane. You see the big fat bullet holes all over his side of the car, but not hers. And that's the thing. It's like those things is rumors of wars. They're military hits, because that's basically just gonna shake out to a conflict down the line. But like I said, the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Basically, sign of the times. Lets you know, like, yo, this is it. We're in the time of the end. Everything's coming to a close. All these are the beginning of sorrows. And that's really what we're seeing. We're seeing sorrows, because that's what people are up in arms. Because why? Inflation's going up. Shit's getting peak. People are getting fired from jobs. People are, companies are shutting down. It's getting peak. People in Kiev, people over in Ukraine, basically feeling the heat. They're feeling the intensity of, oh, okay, this shit's close. This could turn into an actual full scale conflict. They'll end up like the man them in Crimea, where the lights went out. We got peak. They man had the lights out. They man had the military rolling through. All kinds of shit getting blown up. It got peak. I remember watching the news about that. It was wild. But hey, these things, hey, show us time at the end. It's the year of year of turning up. All these things are gonna intensify. But hey, like I said, that Karugma, man, that Karugma needs to go out. The hour of temptation, man. That time when everyone in the world is gonna be tried. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem Harakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone that rule well. And shalom to all the brothers doing the work of sincerity and truth. Shalom, shalom.